At the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on fourth down. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. At the 32-yard line. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as the tackle made at about the 38. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A gain of 3, second down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
From the 41, Mahomes. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Forced out to his left. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going up top. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Blake Gillikin now. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. 6-0 our score after 1. On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line. Working from the gun, Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess. That allows for extra yardage on the return.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from moving out in front. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. The Chiefs will use... first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They run the counter. Banks. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Mahomes going to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They run the counter. Parrish. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 30. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
7 yards, the pickup there. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. picked off by A.J. Terrell. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 45. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
The final adjustments taking place here for both of these squads. They're about ready for the second half in Kansas City. And for the call, we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 22. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
45. Mike, 45.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they...
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And he's got his guys set up great now. 1st and goal, and the Pigskin at the 7-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start. At the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll try the left side. Parrish. And just shedding him off there. Fighting through, and he's got space. There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Powering his way forward. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 31-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
I'm the best in the game.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. 28 yards. And the Falcons add on. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he's got room. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not.
It got his man complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down. They'll set up a throw. He's got it. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Taking it about the 1.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
2nd and 9 now. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back to throw again. Open man is Goedert, the tight end. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Parrish. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Back to throw here. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 59 yards on the ground for him so far. The Falcons on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. On first down, it's Banks. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they take a knee. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Taken from just outside the 30. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And going deep for Hill. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for KC. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Well, there you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass in the new season.
Well, let's just go back to his rookie year because he's able to get his feet wet, right? Get a little bit of experience. Now I think here in year 2, the game will slow down for him, and we'll see his true talents come out.
And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And all the Chiefs have it. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are 2 very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs them. The kicking team gets the football here. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to let it go again. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Chiefs come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball